when I needed a friend.
Brian Temba, it had to be Brian Temba. I mean, he describes his latest song as very personal and didn't expect the song to be as big as it is. That is singer, songwriter and producer Brian Temba, referring to his latest single titled Grateful, which is the soundtrack to the South African film Losing Lerato. Temba joins us now to tell us more about the hit single taken from his album Unabc Deluxe. Brian Temba, a very good morning to you, man. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
A good morning to you, Sims, and your viewers as well. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, man. Now, the album was released earlier this year. What sort of feedback have you been receiving about this album?
My God. I think it did better than I thought it would do. And it's all thanks to songs like Grateful. There's another song called Lost Without You that, had its debut on Isitingo before Isitingo went down in 2018. It's just been a surprise from this album, actually. When you do a body of work, you do for people to listen to it, and with the challenges of this industry as well, it has become a little bit harder to get your music played and all of those things. So when people gravitate towards music, and I think it's easier when they see it in film and they can relate to it in that way. And I think I've been grateful in that way that people have seen the movie Losing Lerato, people have seen obviously Sitingo and all of those things. So that made the album a little bit more popular because I've had so much traffic, on my YouTube or even on my streams as well because of the TV association,
And to someone who may not have heard the album, how would you describe this body of work?
I don't want to say my first, but I literally produced 90% of the album. So for me, as a producer, as a singer and as a writer, it's my best work yet. But it's only the beginning. For me, it's an album that touches on our culture, our sound as South Africans. But being an R&B musician, I touch on that, and Grateful is a bit of a gospel sound to it, and you have people like the Muffins with African Prayer on the album. I've featured most of the people that I've always wanted to work with. Sure. So the album is literally a buffet of music, if I can say that.
Okay. And what did working on this buffet of music teach you about your love for music and what it means to you?
My God, there's been so many times, because in our industry, you get so many challenges, and sometimes you do decide that, maybe I should just leave it. Maybe I should just focus on something else, I have a theater background, so I've thought sometimes maybe I should go back to theater. But I always say that music sometimes it's a blessing and a curse, because sometimes when things are not going well, you want to give up, but the music doesn't let you give up, doesn't let you. You dream music, so how do you let go of something like that? This has taught me that my love for music is deeper than anything. I absolutely love music, and I have my own studio, so I work sometimes alone. If anybody would walk in while I'm creating music, or I've created a track and it's done, they'll think I'm crazy because I just go crazy on my own, But it's that love that solidified my place in music. So I would never leave music. I love music, and it's proven to me that I'm a good producer, I'm a good writer, and I'm a good singer as well. So we always need that affirmation, And I don't need somebody to tell me that I'm good. Music tells me that I'm good.
Brian, this period must also have been a turning point for you musically, because while you could have been out there promoting your album, then COVID-19 happened to you personally and the industry.
Yes. It has been a very seriously challenging period, because now We rely on performances, on gigs. We rely on going out there to radio stations and promoting our music, the radio tours, performances, and we can't do none of that. So we couldn't do none of that. So it was a very, very challenging period for, I would say, all musicians, for me in particular. I mean, it had financial implications as well. Money was not coming in. So there's challenges in that way. So it still is a difficult period, but we hold on and we hope that things do change.
We certainly do hope that. You posted the other day about how overwhelmed you are about the response to the song. Why is that? And we also believe that this is a very personal song to you. And
it's
do tell
very
us more
personal,
about this. Yeah.
Look, when I wrote the song, sometimes we write songs because we write them for ourselves. Sometimes, and I just needed to thank people that were around me during hard times. God, my wife, my mom, my dad, my sister, and my fans, and friends as well. And I just felt I needed to do that. I needed to write a song like that. I didn't anticipate it being this popular. But I was writing it for me. But now the beauty of it is that people are personalizing it. And for me, that's even better than I thought, because it was for me. It wasn't for a lot of people or anyone else, but it inspired a lot of people and people are personalizing it. So I've gotten more than I could ever expect from it.
Okay. And how do we get hold of this track, Brian?
It's available on downloads. Every download platform you can get it. Musica, everywhere they can download the full album, and also at Musica you can go get the CD for people that still love CDs. I know the times have changed, but you can download it on every download platform: Google Play, iTunes, everywhere you can find it, and you can stream it as well.
Okay, good stuff. Now, Brian, continue entertaining the masses, continue serenading the masses, and melting their eardrums with your voice. Keep on keeping on.
I have to. Thank you so much.
You've got no choice, man. That is singer, songwriter, and producer Brian Temba speaking to us about his latest single, Grateful, which is taken from his album Unabc Deluxe. Well, Grateful is a soundtrack to the South African film Losing Lerato.